When an 80,000-pound steel horse with loaded saddlebags gallops down one of our nation's highways, neighboring cars get nervous. Meanwhile, the kiddies line up along roadsides or are in the backseat of passing cars pumping their little arms up and down, waiting to hear the steel horse snort out a loud hello. What a strange love-hate relationship the general public has with truckers. Sometimes the hate takes a nasty turn, and the result is that a trucker gets involved in a road rage incident. The results usually aren't just close calls or near misses. They're shootings, smashed windshields, fistfights, and yes, sometimes even death. Today we're going to be talking about some of the more recent real-life road rage incidents involving truck drivers that occurred from 2025 and 2024. Sometimes the knucklehead that initiates things is the trucker, and at other times it's the four-wheeler, believing they were wronged. And still other times, it becomes a real nasty affair between two truck drivers. In another video, I detailed an incident between two truckers that resulted in one driver running over and killing the other driver. The title of that video is Driver Run Over at Love's, and I will put a link to it at the conclusion of this video. Anyway, let's start off with some road rage incidents where the truck driver was the aggressor. First up, Edison, New Jersey, June 20th, 2025. A tractor-trailer driver, Ivor Espinosa Rodriguez, got into a fight with a box truck driver. Witnesses say it started with lane changes and tailgating. Instead of backing off, Rodriguez pulled a gun and shot the other driver in the stomach.
The victim lived, but it was close. The police worked together and tracked Rodriguez down in Virginia, where the Virginia State Police were able to locate the vehicle traveling on I-295 in Petersburg, Virginia, and the driver, identified as Ivor Espinosa Rodriguez, 32, from Homestead, Florida, was taken into custody. He was charged with attempted murder, possession of a firearm for an unlawful purpose, possession of fraudulent government documents, and hindering apprehension.
2 days later, on June 22, 2025, still on the New Jersey Turnpike, a truck driver named Joseph Nyandwaro rammed another big truck into a barrier. The other driver, Osman Aiden, was killed. Police witness statements say Nyandwaro was laughing as he drove away. State police obtained dash cam footage from Aiden's vehicle that showed a tractor-trailer with Illinois registration causing the crash and driving off. Nyandwaro was observed intentionally crashing into the victim's tractor-trailer, ramming him into the left concrete barrier and laughing about it as he drove away, an affidavit says. Police later found Nyandwaro's truck, which had paint from Aiden's vehicle still on it and damage consistent with the crash. Nyandwaro applied duct tape to his truck and used a cleaning solution to remove evidence. Nyandwaro, 41, of Pearland, Texas, was charged with reckless death, knowingly leaving the scene of a fatal crash and tampering with evidence. New Jersey, as a state, has the third highest rate of traffic violations in the United States for aggressive or careless driving or speeding. Many violations go unreported. Meanwhile, New Jersey is ranked 6th overall in America in terms of overall road rage incidents.
Man, laughing at someone's death. That's sick. But you know what, Jim? Things like that seem to be the norm anymore. Personally, I can't understand what goes through the minds of some people to do the crazy things they do.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Bernie. You know it's not always the truck driver that is at fault, but the way media spins things, it's hard to blame the general public for thinking the truck driver is always at fault. But in truth, truckers are on the receiving end of road rage more often than not. Just a couple of months ago, an incident took place in Fremont County, Iowa. A pickup driver named Corey Gene Behrens started brake checking and swerving at a big truck. The incident occurred shortly after 4 p.m. on June 25, 2025 on 195th Avenue in Percival, Iowa, and then escalated onto northbound 29. Then, while on 29 near Percival, Iowa, Corey Gene Behrens pulled out a steel hitch ball and threw it straight through the windshield of the big truck. Here's what the police report said. Our investigation revealed that the defendant, driving a blue pickup truck, engaged in a series of escalating actions toward a semi-truck driver on 195th Avenue. The defendant allegedly performed multiple brake checks, drove erratically, and stopped his vehicle in the roadway to confront the semi-truck driver, kicking the side of the semi as it drove around him. The confrontation continued onto 29 North, where the defendant reportedly swerved at the semi. As the incident progressed, the defendant stopped his vehicle, exited, and, while the semi was traveling at interstate speeds, threw a 1 7/8 steel pickup hitch ball, which penetrated the semi's front windshield. Dash camera footage aided in identifying the defendant.
Unbelievable. That idiot could have killed the truck driver, I read the report on that incident, said the cops arrested Behrens and charged him with intimidation with a dangerous weapon and assault with intent. I would have thought they would have charged him with attempted murder. Makes you wonder, some four-wheelers have that Napoleonic complex. Kind of like the Chihuahua that wants to pick a fight with a pit bull.
Here is an incident from my home state of Pennsylvania that occurred on August 21st, 2025. In a construction zone on I-84, a car driver started firing shots, first into the air, then at the cab of a big truck. Luckily, no one was hit, but troopers are still hunting for the shooter. Another recent road rage incident just occurred in Newtown, Connecticut. Another case where a pickup driver threw objects at a big truck, which smashed its windshield. Mark DeBenigno, 49, was charged with second-degree criminal mischief and throwing objects at a motor vehicle July 28th after troopers responded to a call in the area of Interstate 84 East Exit 11 around 10:26 p.m. According to a Connecticut State Police report, the road rage incident ensued shortly after a pickup truck attempted to cut off a tractor trailer while approaching a construction pattern and struck his vehicle. The complainant said the truck driver didn't realize at the time that a collision had occurred and continued eastbound on the highway. The state police report says the pickup truck later pulled up alongside the tractor trailer using the right shoulder of the highway. The pickup driver started throwing objects at the tractor trailer and shattered its windshield before speeding off. Shortly after troopers responded to the scene, the report says a pickup truck matching the description of the suspect vehicle was located and the driver identified as DeBenigno. Fortunately, the cops caught up with him and he was arrested and charged. DeBenigno was released on a $500 non-surety bond and was scheduled to be arraigned at State Superior Court in Danbury. And in Sicamous, British Columbia, this was also in July 2025, two truck drivers attacked another truck driver with a hammer and knife. A 42-year-old truck driver from Calgary told officers that he'd been heading west on the highway when another semi made contact with his rig while trying to pass him. Both drivers pulled over and two men exited the other truck. One of the men was armed with a hammer while the second held a knife, Sergeant Murray McNeil said in a media release. The man with the hammer broke two windows on the victim's truck before striking him multiple times on the arm with the hammer. The second man made threatening gestures while brandishing a knife. The truck with the attackers then left the scene heading west and were located and stopped by police soon after. The two men, aged 40 and 61, were arrested for assault with a weapon. The victim didn't sustain serious injuries in the assault, but police are continuing to investigate the incident.
Let's not forget Hattiesburg, Mississippi, July 2024. A motorist fired shots at a big truck near I-59. According to reports, a witness called police after seeing a motorist in a pickup truck fire several shots at a commercial tractor trailer. The bullet struck the truck cab, a front tire, and the radiator. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The idiot driver of the pickup truck was 53-year-old Denton Temple, who fled the scene but later turned himself in to police and admitted to the crime voluntarily. He is a previously convicted felon. Temple is now facing 1 count of aggravated assault, use of a deadly weapon, 1 count of shooting into a motor vehicle, and 1 count of weapon possession by a convicted felon. Temple is being held in the Forest County Jail.
Hey Bernie, did you happen to notice that a lot of these incidents involve pickup trucks? You may be right with your analogy about the Chihuahua that wants to pick a fight with a pit bull. Anyway, it's hard for me to wrap my head around the reasons why some people do what they do. I understand and accept the fact that we all lose our temper now and then. Hell's fire, we have all done that. But to not think about the possible consequences of your actions is a very foolish thing to do.
All these cases remind me of something that happened to me a few years back in Atlanta, Georgia. I just got loaded and was on 285 on my way to get on Route 85, and a four-wheeler just would not leave me alone. He cut me off, brake checked me not once, but 3 times.
You're kidding? Not surprising around Atlanta, though. Traffic sometimes gets crazy there depending on the time of day. So, what happened?
Well, eventually, the 3rd time he brake checked me, I ended up clipping the back of his car. Not hard, but enough to cause a small amount of damage. Now here's the good part. My dash cam caught everything. It showed him weaving, cutting me off, brake checking. When the cops looked at it, they charged the knucklehead with reckless driving.
That right there is proof why dash cams are worth every penny. A lot of drivers still don't like having dash cams, but let me tell you something. In an accident involving a big truck, it's usually the truck driver that is blamed for the incident, regardless of the actual cause. Dash cam footage can give the truck driver the irrefutable evidence to defend against false claims by other motorists, which can save a driver from blame, BS legal battles, and increased insurance rates.
Don't engage, don't chase. That's the best policy. If you're the victim of road rage, remain calm, do not engage the driver, and drive to a safe public location like a police station or a wide open area that preferably has witnesses. Call 911 to report the incident and give the police the other vehicle's description, license plate, and location. Gather evidence such as photos or videos of the incident from the dash cam. If you were injured in any way, it's best to seek medical attention and have them file a report. You want to cover yourself should some medical issue arise from this incident down the line.
Exactly. Can never lose sight of the fact that when you're driving a big truck, you're carrying the weight of your own life and everyone else's around you. If rage wins, everybody loses. Your career, your freedom, or someone's life. Use your dash cam, keep your cool, and let law enforcement handle it. That's the bottom line. Respect the truck, respect yourself, and don't let some hothead steer you into a prison cell or a grave.
If you've seen or heard about an incident involving road rage, leave us a comment and tell us about it. Subscribe for more trucking truth. And together, we'll keep hammering this issue till somebody listens.
We are trying to grow this channel to help truck drivers along with educating the general public. You can help us out by smashing that like button and the notification bell. Remember to subscribe and share this with another driver. Protect your load, protect your rig, and protect yourself.
Leave us a comment below with your thoughts and ideas. If it's a good idea, we will share it with everyone. Well, my friends, stay safe and stay loaded out there. Catch you on the rebound. Remember to keep that left door closed and your hands on the wheel.